the Ring Fanatics podcast, episode number 120. I am Nick, your host. With me, as always, is my co-host Joel.
Yep.
As always, go subscribe to our YouTube channel if you have not done so already,
Yes, sir.
and follow us on every single social media platform that we have: Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, literally anywhere, including the audio streaming platforms like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts. You can go listen to the Ring Fanatics there. So, we're recording this technically Monday. Um, so this past weekend, both Night of Champions and Double or Nothing took place. Great weekend overall, I
Dope
would
weekend.
say.
Dope
Dope weekend,
weekend.
yeah. Even if you watched, I didn't watch Battleground NXT, but I heard that was cool. I heard good things about it. I don't know, but if you
Yeah.
watched
I
that, you
what
still have
I
probably a
what I
great
heard
weekend.
was that it was a good show.
Yeah, from what I heard.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you watched that, you probably most likely had a
Good
great
for
weekend
you.
as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good for
But
you.
yeah. No, honestly, you
It
probably
was
did.
just filled with wrestling. Yeah, it was dope.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a great
No
weekend.
matter what you watching. Yeah.
Exactly. So let's get right into it. Night of Champions on Saturday. What were your thoughts on that? Overall, what did you like? What didn't you like? Favorite match? Stuff like that.
Let's talk about it. The opening match.
Mm-hmm.
Great match.
Yeah.
Awesome match. Predictable as fuck. But we already knew that, right? Like we knew what
Yeah.
was happening.
Yeah.
Um, opening the show with your new title, like you're kicking it off to me, already telling me what this title is. To me, that like how I took
Yeah.
it. I'm gonna look at this belt right now until somebody proves me otherwise as the second United States champion. The
Okay.
IC title even has more hype around it. Come on, Gunther got the IC belt.
Yeah. Yeah.
That shit means more than this new what's the name of it? World
World
Heavyweight
Heavyweight
Yeah,
Championship.
World
Yeah.
Heavyweight Championship. Yeah. This shit's on the same level as a US belt for me. Okay? At the moment. Now, when they prove me wrong, we could talk about that. But
Yeah.
at this moment, for you to open your show with the title match tells me everything I need to know. How did you feel about them opening with that? Because I think you had a different mindset with it.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't mind it opening the card. I mean, yeah, I get it. Like, it doesn't mean much to start off a pay-per-view with your world championship as opposed to main eventing it. But you also have one.
The real champ did main event it, so
Yeah, but like the new ones, if you wanted to make it the as equal as the other ones, I get it. But it's like, what were you gonna do? You know what I mean? Like they calling it double or triple main events. It's like, what? There's only one night in however many matches. What do you want it to do? Do you want it to be right before the main event where people are gonna forget about it anyways? You know?
yeah,
Or if you have it at the main event and then have Roman Reigns happen before it, people are gonna be like, oh shit, Jimmy just turned. I don't give a fuck about the World Heavyweight Championship.
yeah,
So you wanted to make him feel good. I'd rather have it opening than main eventing right after Jimmy turning on Roman.
I guess.
Because then at that point, like I said, people are going to be like still in shock and not really pay attention to the World Heavyweight Championship, and Seth might not get his moment that he deserves.
Okay, but I don't even mind it not main eventing, but putting it as co-main event with something in between.
Yeah.
That Natalia and Rhea match could have went in between the world title match, Rhea and Natty tag team belts.
Yeah.
You could have had it like that. I don't know. Maybe they wanted to have spotlight and they were like, they didn't even hype it up. Like, I texted it to you. I said, Becky and Trish have a longer promo than this world title did. Had more build up. The only build up we saw was 3 weeks of them showing highlights of Rollins. And then finally they did a AJ one.
Yeah.
Just to show you like, it could happen. We knew it wasn't going to happen though.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know. I guess I see it your way. It's good to have it open with that. And then, of course, Triple H is in there because, fucking that's his guy.
Yeah.
I thought Vince and Shawn was bad. Nah, we got Triple H and Seth. Oh, man.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
was like,
but
this guy went in there with the belt. I was like, yo, wow, just like get on your knees already. Like, let's do it. Like, what the
yeah.
fuck? I was like, relax.
Yeah,
Like,
but we also gotta see like where they're gonna feud. Who knows? He may get like a big opponent.
yeah,
You
he's
know.
already doing the I'll be there every Monday.
Yeah. I mean, again, this is recording as of before Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, before.
We don't know at this point. We don't know who is gonna face Seth first. I mean, obviously when this episode comes out, we're gonna obviously know that by now. Um, who do you think should face Seth first? What would
You
you
want
say?
my honest opinion?
Honest opinion.
I don't care. Oh, but who should go against him first? I don't know. I really don't.
Who?
Because like I really maybe Finn, maybe I don't know, man, to be honest. You have anybody in mind?
I would have said Cody, but then the next person I thought of that would be cool would be Brock. Might as well give him a strong challenger to start off, right?
It would be dope. People are gonna be like, I'm tired of Brock though.
Yeah, but
You
like
know
he doesn't
people.
he doesn't have to win it like straight off the bat. Give him like a reason opponent. Like, oh shit, he could win it,
Yeah.
but if Seth beats him, that's another W for Seth. He's off to a hot start. They'll make the title feel more important. At the in between that point, you could build up other people
Yeah,
to be
you need
reliable.
somebody to make that belt important. Like if we just get Seth Rollins and let's fucking say Priest, right?
Yeah,
Love Priest. But like they haven't really done anything with him. So for
yeah.
him just to get in the title picture, it's like, all right, now you just like throwing shit at the wall and
Because
seeing what works.
you could also include like a Finn Balor, Shinsuke Nakamura,
Yeah,
someone like that along the lines. So that way you can at least build up a few people, give them reasonable opponents, and then again build up people
yeah,
during
I
that
feel you.
time frame. You know, 'cause again, Cody can eventually get a shot at it. You know, hopefully this injury is not actually real and he can actually like,
Nah, no shot.
yeah.
Also, passing out to end the match. Stop it.
I mean, it didn't make him look
Stop
weak.
it.
I know.
Stop it with his titanium fucking brace or whatever.
Yeah.
Stop it.
uh,
From
it
a
was a good fight though. It was a good fight until like the ending was like, okay, they could have done it differently, but like the whole match wasn't bad. I didn't think the match was that bad.
it
It was a
it
fight. It was a fight.
wasn't bad. It was just the finish. I think deflated it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
Yeah.
the finish fucked up the match. It's kind of like going into the like we'll get into it later, but the Cole and Jericho match, like the finish, like it wasn't a bad match. The finish fucked it up though, so we're always gonna remember it as a bad match.
Because of how it finished.
Yeah,
Yeah.
kind of like a Backlash. Like it wasn't a bad match, but the fucking roll up pin
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
in 8 minutes for your main event. Weak. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's just shit like that that's gonna leave a bad taste in people's mouth.
But then again, like I think I said this during the prediction episode. Like, if Brock wins, does it continue the story now of Brock versus Cody, or is this it? Does it wrap it up?
Nah,
Because
you could.
again, Cody could want another rematch against Brock. Yo, I passed out. You didn't actually pin me. I didn't tap. You
Yeah.
know, how long can this go?
So like, does the story continue for Cody with this new belt, or does he want like the main belt, the
Maybe
real
he wants.
championship?
Maybe he would want to qualify for the Money in the Bank so he can cash it in on Roman. Maybe that's the story.
Yeah.
That
Because
makes
I still see
sense.
that I've still been reading that they're still slated with Cody and Roman, and I don't know
Yeah,
why they still have that slated.
yeah. I mean, they already started with that already, so it's like it'll
It
be
ended at
weird.
Mania. It ended. That's
Yeah,
it. He lost.
yeah.
He lost. It's over.
I mean, I wouldn't be mad if he won the world championship. It's like if he
I wouldn't
wins
be mad
that,
at that. Give him that one.
exactly that one. If he wins that one, it would be a big deal too. I don't think it'll be like a
Uh,
he shouldn't deserve to win it.
but build up the belt first. Don't just
Yeah,
give that shit to him because that's gonna be tough.
like make me want to see a Cody versus Seth again, or Cody wanting to go after it.
Yeah,
Because at this point, it's like it's too soon to judge whether or not
yeah, and I
if
feel
it's
like
gonna be more important.
yeah, and I feel like Roman has a lot more he can do than fucking Cody. I
Oh
still say
yeah,
Solo or Gunther, dethroning him.
yeah.
And the way it's looking right now, hoping it's Solo.
Ooh, I do too. Because I know Jimmy just turned on Roman.
So hold on, before we get into that, what about the rest of the card? What did you think about the rest of the card?
I,
It
I
was
I
cool.
don't think it was that bad. I think
It
the
was cool,
Gunther,
yeah.
yeah. I kind of feel like I was right on the Gunther match where it was like I think Ali just snapped out of the pin a couple times.
Yeah,
It took Gunther like a lot of effort to actually keep him down,
yeah. And
which I
he got a
like.
couple pins on Gunther
Yeah, he did. He went
that were
for it.
actually close. And I was like, that's a little too close, Gunther. Let's go. Let's be a little quicker with that shoulder
Yeah,
because you got me a little nervous. I
yeah.
was
I
like, are they
mean,
really gonna give this shit to Ali? That's crazy.
it would have been dope, but it was like
Like
maybe if
not
it was
like
like
crazy, like
yeah,
oh fucking Ali, but like crazy that he's the one to take it off of Gunther.
yeah. Who do you think should take it off of Gunther? Like who would you say like on the Raw roster who should take the belt off of Gunther?
I don't know, to be honest. You gotta build up somebody really well for them to take the belt off of him.
I would say
And I think it's got to be a call up.
ooh,
Give a call
okay.
up that rub.
Braun Breaker.
I'm not mad at Braun Breaker.
That would be a great feud to
Or
start off his career.
oh man, what's this dude's name that they
Carmelo
went
Hayes.
at it? No, the dude that they went at it for the UK belt. I can't think of his
Ilya
name right
Dragunov.
now. Yes. Let's have that call up happen.
Yeah.
Let's have that match happen.
Yes, please.
I'm so down with that.
I would want to see Gunther versus Ilya Dragunov. Yeah, I think Dragunov
For the
would be the
IC
best.
title,
Yeah. Yeah, that I
that's
think
the man to take the belt off of him, and then all right, Gunther, we'll see you go into the title picture.
yeah, now he faces Seth and then well maybe he wins Money in the Bank and then he catches it on Roman. Or wins Royal Rumble and catches it on Roman. Or go against Roman, I mean.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I kind of don't want to see him with that heavyweight title. I want to see him go against Roman.
He could be a contender for it, but
No, yeah. But
yeah.
if he wins the title, I would want him to beat Roman for it.
Yeah, that is true.
To be his first championship.
If they don't plan on doing solo anytime soon, then yeah, Gunther would be the best bet.
I feel like it has to be solo, right?
It has to be. Yeah.
Let's get into the main event.
Yeah.
So, of course, Sammy and Kevin got this big ovation.
Yeah.
Roman and Solo on the ring. Awesome match. Did you see the video of Roman dropping a blood capsule?
No.
He did it like in the middle of the match. He dropped it out. I think it like fell out of his glove or something. I saw it like on Instagram. Like somebody just pointed it out and they were like, "Yo, I guess he was supposed to use it for the super kicks. Like I guess out of his mouth to like build up more this thing.
Yeah.
Like they really hurt him. I thought it was dope. I think we both kind of knew with the Usos. It was like the Usos got to turn on him or Solo got to turn on him. Somebody's turning.
Yeah.
I still like how Jay's just stressed out. I was like, "What are you doing? What did you do?"
Exactly.
He's stressing on the stage.
Calling him Joe by his real name.
I love that Jimmy hit him with the "I'm doing what you should have done a long time ago" super kick. That was beautiful, beautiful. I see a lot of people saying they're over the bloodline story. I think we're just beginning.
Yeah.
I think the writers have done a phenomenal job with keeping people caring about the bloodline after the whole Sammy situation.
Yeah.
Because it was like, yo, he was the highlight of that era, right? Like, of that bloodline situation. He was like the top person. You know what I mean? He was funny. He was entertaining. Him messing with the Usos. Him trying to break Solo. Him always trying to be cool with Roman. You know what I mean? Like, he made it. But then we see Sammy do the turn, and then it's like, are we going to care about the bloodline after this? I think I care more after Sammy left. Because now it's like, we're breaking from within. You know what I mean? They're slowly crumbling.
Yeah.
So I think it's just like very interesting to see where they're gonna go with this.
Me too. I'm so curious
Like
on what they're gonna do.
like I think I think
It's
I
just
talked
every
about
time they do
this.
something at a pay per view, I want to see more from it.
Yeah.
You know, because it was like the whole thing the only thing that confused me about the storyline was the WrestleMania thing when Solo attacked Cody and did nothing with that. But every single pay per view that they've been a part of, to where it was like, now I want to see what happens next pay per view. You know what I mean? So a Backlash, Solo almost did the Samoa Inspector Jay. Then now Jimmy turned on Roman. Now is Solo gonna take Jay's side or Jimmy's side or stay with Roman? That's also a question. Because yeah, most likely it's gonna end up being a tag match at Money in the Bank, but it's like, you know,
So I think the Solo finish at Mania is gonna come back around.
full circle.
I don't think Roman and Cody are slated. I think we're
Okay.
slated for Cody and Solo. Cody had no storyline with Roman going into it.
Yeah.
And if you think about it, the build up, who did he interact with the most? Solo.
Yeah.
Who caused Cody the belt? Solo.
Yeah.
When Solo dethrones Roman, who's going to come after Solo for the belts? Cody.
Cody Rhodes. Yeah.
And I'm not mad at that.
Me neither.
Because him beating Solo, right? He's the first ever. It's gonna come. I'm telling you, it's gonna come back full circle. He's the first person to pin Solo. I think
He
he's the
pinned
only
him already
person.
before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's already a big thing for a storyline, right?
Yeah.
Solo cost him the match. They got beat. You know what I mean? Like, it just, so it makes sense if Roman does lose the belt to Solo for Cody to come into the picture, because he already got more storyline with Solo than he does with Roman, and he fought Roman at Mania. He still got no really storyline with him.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it was just like, oh, I'm finishing the story for my father. Had nothing to do with Roman.
Exactly. That had nothing to do with Roman. If it was personal, then okay, maybe they could bounce back. But at this
You know what I
point,
mean?
just
And like,
yeah.
even when they were building it up, it was just the story. The story. It was more Cody Rhodes versus Paul Heyman in the build up. Then Solo started showing up, and it was more like Cody, Paul Heyman, and Solo. And you gotta fight their friend Roman at Mania.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it was they didn't really interact, Cody and Roman. They didn't
Exactly.
really, and even when they did interact, it didn't feel like, I don't know. It didn't
There
feel
were
like it
times
mattered.
there were times where like
Like, he cut better promos with Heyman than he did with Roman.
yeah,
The
yeah.
promos with Heyman felt more important than the promos he did with Roman.
Because I think I forgot what he kept on saying is like, you're not ready to Solo, and then that really got to Solo, and I think that's why they can say he turned on,
And
not
he
turned, but
kept
like
telling Cody too, you're not ready for me, man.
yeah, yeah. So that's I hope they bring that back
I would
to have
not be
Solo versus
mad.
Cody.
I would not be mad. Cody Solo Mania.
Ooh, that'd be
I'm not
perfect.
mad at that.
Me neither.
Not mad
That'd
at
be
that.
that'd be amazing. And it makes sense too. They have the story. They literally have the story. That's a story that they could finish. That's over Roman. Like really,
Yeah.
that makes more sense.
Because that's what I'm saying. We don't give a fuck about, like, I keep saying he has to beat Roman. He has to beat
Yeah.
Roman. Why?
Yeah.
They got no history together. What, because his dad trained him? The fuck out of
Exactly. Yeah.
here. Like, that's the only thing they got. At least Solo and him got history.
Exactly.
You
I
know
think
what
they
I
have more
mean?
history
Like,
than Roman does.
yes.
Yeah.
So it would make sense for Solo and Cody to be slated more than Cody and Roman.
Yeah. That is true. That's
And
100%
especially
true.
now that you got them on different brands. After Mania, they haven't said shit to each other.
Really, nothing. So they haven't even said anything.
Nothing.
Roman
So
came
why
back
are we-
after Backlash. That's
So
even.
why are we trying to get Roman and Cody again?
I have no idea.
And why is every fucking mark so tied into Cody has to beat Roman?
He has to win the titles.
No, he
not
just
beat
needs to
Roman.
win the belt to finish the
Yeah.
fucking story. And Vince and Triple H, because I still think Vince is a part of it, are telling you, yo, it's not realistic that he could beat Roman, but he could beat
Yeah.
Solo.
Yeah.
We fuck with
Yeah.
Cody. We'll give him the belt, but we're not letting him be our guy.
Exactly. Exactly.
That's why I always feel like when somebody comes into WWE with with a name for themselves already, they don't get treated as well.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Except
Sami
for AJ. I think
Zayn,
AJ was.
Owens. Think about it. AJ, we would talk about this the other day, me and my brother, because I was like, AJ's like the biggest what if in wrestling,
Yeah.
right? Because think about it. When he signed with WWE, it was at the peak. I'm gonna say this because a lot of people are gonna say that like, it was the elite that started it, like in 2018, 2019, that they were like that's peak indie wrestling. 2014, 2015 was peak independent wrestling. That's why
Hmm.
WWE raided the indies. But if you think about it, think of the guys that they signed during that time.
Yeah.
They all had to get themselves over. Owens, Zayn, Joe, AJ, like all these guys that made a name for themselves outside were treated for the first 2 months. Cool, we got them. Then it was like, we're gonna feed you to our guys. Think about AJ, right? He got there, debuted at Rumble, um, became friends with Jericho,
Yeah.
tagged with Jericho, then had to face Jericho. After that, he lost at Mania. Okay,
Yeah.
people don't think about it, but like he lost at Mania, wins the night after Mania, the Fatal 4-Way, to become #1 contender, just so they could feed him to Roman for the next 2 pay-per-views and lose.
Yeah. I mean,
AJ has been with WWE 8 years. And the other day when we were watching Saudi, they were like, he's a 2-time champion. I was like, that's
only 2 times.
it?
Yeah.
That's it? A 2-time world champion? What? So me and my brother would talk about this. I was like, that was the height of Bullet Club, right?
Yeah.
AJ was the leader. What if AJ never signs with WWE? Does he become like an 8-time, 9-time IWGP champion?
Most likely, probably. That would
Does he
be.
go back to TNA and ignite that again? Does he bring Ring of Honor back from the dead? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
there's a lot of what ifs.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, I have tons of what ifs too. I mean,
there's
it's
a
like,
lot. There's a
yeah,
lot.
there's a lot of what
There's
ifs.
a lot of what ifs. But I just thought about that, like guys that build their name outside, they're not treated as good as if you're homegrown.
Exactly.
Cody fucked
Exactly.
it up when he left and got bigger outside of WWE. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? And then
Yeah.
came back. They love him still. We like you. But we're not gonna just hand you shit. Even though it
Exactly.
looked like they were gonna. And we're not gonna
Yeah.
let you beat our guy. You're
Exactly.
walling. You could be
Yeah.
solo. You're not beating our guy. You're not
Yeah.
beating their era's Hogan. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like,
I get it. Yeah.
so I would be fine to see Solo and Cody. I think that's a better story. I think that builds up to something for Cody. I think people will be more invested, especially that you've pinned Solo before, and you can say that. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
he was the one that took the pin Saturday, right?
Yeah.
But
So
it was after a whole bunch of shenanigans. So I
so
don't
much.
really
Yeah.
fucking count it. Yeah, I don't really
Yeah.
count it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you could bring that up in the story. I'm one of the few men that's pinned Solo.
Exactly.
I can do it again. Just give me the chance. Boom. There's your story.
He has fire, especially with the belt. Oh my god.
Yeah.
That would be.
That's what I'm
Wow.
saying. Like, you, and then after that, Solo could lose, right? That's where you
Yeah.
bring Roman back. And we get the big rematch of Roman and Solo. He's like, you took the belt off of me and you called yourself the tribal chief and you couldn't even fucking keep it.
Yeah.
You lost to Cody, who I beat last year. And then that's where the story begins. But I helped you, da 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 da. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and then you got Cody as a champion, and Roman's still one of the top dogs,
Going up against Solo, who's another future star. That's
helping
it.
build him up even more.
Yeah.
Because then by then, I feel like Solo will be at a spot that he won't need the belt,
And he could just be
and
like,
he could take a loss here and there.
yeah, he could be in like any type of situation to where he could be in the mid card picture. He could be
He'll
feuding
be
out
like
for
a
a
Rollins.
championship.
I think how I see Solo, he's gonna fit in like a Rollins
Yeah.
after like in a few years. He's gonna be one of those people that he can take a loss. It'll be like, all
Yeah.
right. Like even though it was pissing me off last year when Rollins didn't win a
Yeah.
pay-per-view match, right?
Yeah.
Excuse me. Didn't win a pay-per-view match. He could still afford it. He was still getting cheered. You know what I mean? Like it didn't
Yeah.
matter. It just mattered to me that he kept losing. I was just tight
Exactly.
about it. I
Yeah.
was petty myself, but it didn't
I
hurt
know.
him. Look at him; he's champion right now.
Yeah, exactly. It's a welterweight champion.
So like,
yeah,
so that's how I see Solo. Like if they build him right, they can do that with Solo. I'm
of
very
course.
big on Solo, as you could tell.
Me too. I love Solo. I love
Like
Solo.
I just think it makes sense. Like I
Yeah,
think
it
he has
does.
a better story with Cody. If you really want to give Cody that win, like you want to get him that belt so bad, do that rather than Roman.
Yeah. Yeah, I get it. I get
It
it.
makes more sense.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. Yeah, that I just loved. Like you said, that was a beautiful moment where
It was
like the ending.
yeah.
Oh, not again. Like I said, now it's just I want to see more from the bloodline. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I want to see what happens next. I mean, it's most likely going to be a tag match at Money in the Bank, but what's going to happen then? To be like,
But that's what I want that to begin the stirring of the pot.
yeah, like
I need
Solo
that
now.
match not to be announced. I need Solo to qualify for the Money in the Bank first.
Ooh.
And then Roman say, "No, you have to fight by my side
Yeah, you
against your
can't be
brothers.
one. Yeah, I
You
don't want
can't
you
be in
winning
that
one.
match."
Exactly. I don't want you winning the Money in the Bank. I don't want to have you, cash in on me. You know.
And then that's where we get the turn from Solo.
Yeah, because like, yo, I can't do anything now. I got to be by your side. I want to be by your side. I want
Yeah,
to be by myself. Or at least with the Usos,
exactly.
where I could go solo. No pun intended, but but yeah, something like that. That would be cool. Because I don't, like you said, like I don't want to have to like
And then
if he
that's
loses
like
the
the
qual.
planting of the seeds of Solo's gonna turn on this
Yeah,
dude, and maybe it
exactly.
happens at Money in the Bank. Maybe he's
Yeah, who
just
knows?
over his bullshit.
Yeah, yeah,
And he's like,
that could be it.
maybe the Usos are just down and out, and he's like, keep fighting them, keep beating them, and he's like, yo, these
Yeah,
are my brothers, homie. Like, the
exactly.
fuck?
Either the fuck, yeah,
Or you could
exactly.
do some shit. You could recreate the fucking evolution shit and him catch Roman and Paul talking about him like, oh, he's just muscle. Like he'll never leave my side. Da 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 da. Like,
Yeah, yeah. Something where he's like they're
yeah,
talking shit about him,
exactly.
but
And
yeah,
then you see Solo behind the fucking wall or some shit like, hey,
yeah, they're just chilling.
ooh,
Ooh,
Solo's
yeah,
in. You know what I mean? And then it's like, what's he gonna do at
uh,
Money in the Bank?
yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
think that'd be dope, man.
That'd be
Come on.
fire. That'd be
Solo's
fire.
the guy, man. He's the guy that needs to dethrone Roman.
It has to be at Mania too. It'd be cool if he does a Mania next year. That'd be fire.
Exactly. That'd
That'd
be
be fire.
crazy if it's at Mania. That'd
Hell
be
yeah.
nuts.
Hell yeah. What else happened that night? Oh, Becky Lynch lost because Zoe Stark interfered.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not mad at that. That
Not
was pretty fire. I wasn't expecting
not
it,
mad at
but it
that. You
was
know they gave him like 25, 30 minutes for that match?
really. It was 25, 30 minutes.
Yeah. I felt like the first match, I was like, whoa. Like I checked my phone, it was 12:35. I was like, holy shit, this match is going on a while.
Yeah.
And
I
then the
didn't even realize
women's
that.
match came on. And we were watching it. I went to check my phone and it was 1:15. I was like, holy shit. Did they give them like 25 minutes?
Yeah, I didn't even realize that. I didn't even catch that, to be honest.
Yeah, I was like, whoa.
But I fuck with Zoe Stark being in this because like I'm big on her too in this women's division.
Okay.
Um,
I'll be real honest. I've seen her,
yeah.
never watched it, but and you know what? I think that's for the better. I've
Why?
I've come to
Oh
this
yeah.
realization about NXT that I'm not gonna watch it. I don't care
I
how
think
many
it's just
people are like,
more.
you gotta watch NXT. I'm not gonna watch it because we've talked about this.
Mhm.
My expectations, my feelings won't get hurt.
Exactly.
if
So
I
if
have
they
if I have no expectation from you and I just see you on the main roster, I could give a fuck. You know what I
exactly.
mean? People are gonna be like, "Oh, but he was a champion at NXT." I don't give a fuck. What's
Yeah.
he doing here? Or what's
Exactly.
she doing here? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Let's see what happens.
And so that way,
So
I think we discussed this for sure. I think I was like,
yeah,
so that way my expectations don't like go
exactly.
very
So
high. I'm
like,
like,
it was a surprising moment. And I was like,
oh
okay,
yeah,
but it was like, all right, let's see how they tie this in. Like
yeah.
how they tie her to Trish.
The one thing that I'm like kind of worried about though, because I've watched it here and there, and I think she's very good.
Yeah,
but because the thing is though, like in NXT, she was like she only won the tag belts there. She didn't. She's gone for the women's championship here and there, but in NXT, she's had type of matches here and there to where like she. I guess the purpose. I don't want to say she was like a filler match.
Okay,
Just someone to help the others. You know what I mean? To like be there so that way they could rely on her to help them improve in the
gotcha,
ring her opponents.
gotcha.
I kind of hope they don't treat her the same here. To where like I hope they don't make her the only reason why they put her in this match is to be I don't want to say carry Trish. She doesn't need it. She can still go at her age. It's just I don't want her to be
She's a
like
filler. That's
yeah,
what you
just to
don't
be the
want it to
tag.
be.
Exactly. I don't want her to be known as a tag team partner of Trish, and after when the storyline's over, it's like, okay, we're done with you.
Mm-hmm.
We can go do your own separate thing.
Because I was, to be honest, that was the first thing I thought of.
Because like
I was like, this is just to put somebody else in the story. Because we talked about Lita. We were like, and she'll
yeah,
face Lita at Money in the Bank, so she doesn't have to fight Trish till SummerSlam. We're doing it with Zoe, I think. Hopefully that's not the case,
yeah,
but we shall wait and see.
yeah. Because
But from what I've
I
seen, like the highlights of her, she looks dope. So
yeah, she is dope in the ring. It's just I don't want, like you said, I don't want her to be like, oh, she faces Becky at Money in the Bank, she loses,
and
and
then
then
we,
Becky goes to the Trish at SummerSlam, and it's like I kind of want Zoe to be at least get into a feud with Becky after Trish is done. You
yeah,
know, so maybe like at Money in the Bank, or maybe tonight on Raw. Again, this is recorded on Monday. What if like Zoe ends up facing like Lita at Money in the Bank? Lita comes back on Raw. She kind of gets scuffled a little bit with Lita and Zoe versus Lita at Money in the Bank, and then SummerSlam, Trish versus Becky, and then after that it's Becky versus Zoe in a feud.
I think we're more realistically gonna see another NXT person with Becky.
Ooh, that'd be fire.
Another call up. I think it might be a tag match at Money in the Bank.
That'd be fire. Who would you call up though?
I don't know.
Maybe a Cora Jade. I guess that makes sense.
Well, people been drafted. We just haven't seen all of them, right?
I don't think there's been any other woman in the main roster yet that's
No?
got called up
Okay.
from NXT. Not that I can remember. I know, but Indy Hartwell, yeah, but Indy Hartwell's of the way. That wouldn't make sense to do that. Unless
Yeah.
they do call up somebody. Who knows? They can call up someone that we're not expecting tonight and be like, hey, we're gonna
Yeah,
maybe
because
a
I would like to
Roxanne.
see. I would like to see another call up be put in that position.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Give them some time and give them some credibility working with these two women, Trish and Becky. As much as I hate Becky, she's great in the ring. She's a
yeah,
great. I just don't like the gimmick. It's not that I hate Becky the person.
yeah.
She's a star. Like that's a big compliment for you to get called up in your first feud you're
This
working
is
with is
Becky.
Trish and Becky. Like, come on.
Exactly. That'll be amazing. I mean, but again, I'm just worried that like Zoe's like I said, just being involved because they need someone to rely on to
Yeah,
do this. Um,
but that's not. I'm hoping it's not that.
yeah, because again, I'm hoping there's a tag match at Money in the Bank. Then after SummerSlam, it's Becky versus Zoe.
Yeah,
In a feud that can put Zoe over. Because I was thinking, I originally wanted Zoe in the Money in the Bank ladder match. Because that would make sense. She's been on a roll. She's been undefeated on the main roster. Why? And it's a good thing, obviously, but it's like, why put in a tag match just to find somebody to put in a tag match? I don't know.
yeah.
She deserves more than being Trish's sidekick right now.
Nah, it's a
Um,
fact. Yeah,
so yeah, I don't know. To see where this goes. I mean, it could not lead to anything. It could
could
do
lead to a
something big with
lot or
Zoe.
it could lead to nothing.
Exactly,
You
a
never
lot of
know with
nothing.
you never know with wrestling.
Yeah, you never know about
I was
that.
gonna
So
say
I
with
don't know.
WWE, but that's pro wrestling in general. You never
Yeah,
know.
yeah, you never know how big something's going to be. So we gotta wait and see. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm just hoping for that. Well, other than that, I think the whole night was pretty decent. I mean, it wasn't like a terrible show. It was pretty good. Um, but yeah, Oscar finally won the Women's Championship, which is pretty cool.
finally.
Finally,
Yeah,
yeah,
should have happened at Mania, but it is
yeah,
what it is.
exactly,
It is what it
exactly.
is, though. She got
Yeah,
it finally.
I'm
That's
happy
all
for
that
that.
matters. Yeah.
It was a creative finish. I wasn't expecting her to use her hands to kind of blind
Yeah,
Bianca.
that was cool. That was
Yeah,
cool.
so it was a cool
Interesting.
finish to end off that match. Because I was creative. I was like, oh, she's gonna use the miss, but she missed, and I was like, no pun intended. But when she missed it with the mist, I thought I was like, oh, Bianca's
It's
definitely
over.
retaining.
Yeah, it's over.
Yeah, but then she ended up using fingers. Like that's pretty
Yeah,
creative.
that
I
was
like that.
that was clean how they did that. That was pretty dope. That was
Yeah,
creative as hell. I
yeah,
like that.
yeah. So yeah, other than that, I think it was pretty decent night.
Yeah, I think it was a dope show.
Yeah. So Double or Nothing happened
Double or
last night,
Nothing.
Sunday
You want
night.
to hear my number one thought about Double or Nothing?
Go ahead.
Fuck the crowd, bro.
Yeah.
I think they made it seem like a boring show when it wasn't.
Yeah.
Like, I'll give you an example. My sister's boyfriend was watching the show with us. He doesn't watch AEW, and he was enjoying it. But we were watching the Fatal 4-Way match, and he was like, "It's crazy to me because they didn't start. The crowd got into it at the end, right?
Yeah.
But we were watching it at the beginning. They're all flying out the ring, and that was before like the crowd started getting into it. I think that was where people started finally getting into it. And he was like, "Wow, with the crowd reaction, they're like telling me, they're making me feel like I'm watching a horrible match, but this match is ridiculous."
Yeah.
And I was like, "That's exactly the fucking point." Like the show, I think wasn't as bad as people thought it was because I saw a lot of people trashing the show.
Yeah.
I actually liked the show. Was it their best? No. Was it their worst? Hell no. It was actually a pretty good show. What was match of the night for you?
I think for me, match of the night was the Anarchy in the Arena. It was very close because I was thinking about it because I texted you before the Fatal 4. I was like, oh, for me, match of the night was a ladder match.
Yeah.
But then,
Yo, shout out Wardlow, bro.
yeah. Shout out.
300 something pounds. He shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah, because I even told you I was like, yo, for
He's
someone
flying
his
around
size,
everywhere. Yeah.
he was flying around carrying that match. Like, yeah, Christian Cage was a champion, Wardlow was a champion and all that. But it's like, damn, I feel like all the highlights were all Wardlow. Like I barely
Yeah.
saw something from Christian Cage. I'm like,
But I think Christian was just there just to have a name
yeah,
that could help elevate Wardlow. You know what I
yeah,
mean? I think that's what it was there more for than anything else. To me, I loved the tag team title match.
mm-hmm.
It
It was
felt
okay.
it felt like such, and makes sense as you see who's in the ring. It's FTR, Jarrett, and Lethal. It felt like an old school territory tag team match,
Yeah,
and I was loving it.
yeah,
And that for me was match of the night. Like I even
okay,
had I contemplating it because I like the Anarchy in the Arena, right? Awesome. I love the Fatal 4-Way. I picked the Fatal 4-Way over Anarchy in the Arena. And then I was like, it's between the tag match and the Fatal 4-Way. But that tag match was just so well put together. And I thought everyone in the match killed it.
yeah,
Everybody in the match showed out. I thought it was dope as hell. Now, the Fatal 4-Way match,
yeah,
I thought was very good. I thought it was really good, and I think if you're telling me this is the future of your company, I think you're in good hands.
oh yeah, of course,
I think you're in good hands. When I watched that match, of course, like it's nothing like new. You know what I mean? Like we've seen all these guys before. We know what they're capable of.
oh yeah, yeah,
But it
of
was
course.
just put on another level for them.
Yeah,
And I think it was just undeniable. I think that's why the crowd got so into it. Because it was just like, yo, like, okay, we like these guys. We know what they think, okay, yeah, they're doing the same old, whoa, okay, all right. All right, now they're wilding out. Whoa, oh shit, you know what I mean? Like it was one of
yeah,
those things. And with the creative finish of him throwing the fucking belt on the chest of
on
Jungle. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like
yeah,
it was just like, yo, Darby had MJF and Jungle Boy beat.
I think that like because of that finish of MJF putting the belt on top of Jungle Boy with Darby landing on it, I think that's going to lead to something to where like Darby can potentially face MJF again
Yeah,
in the
me too.
future.
For the belt, I think.
Yeah, and I
I
think
thi-
that could probably end up bleeding for Wembley. Who knows?
I think it's gonna happen at the Canadian show. Calgary Stampede. That's
Where-
like the next big show.
Okay, okay,
That's the one that they're doing the Owen Hart finals at, I think.
okay.
So
makes
I
sense.
think that's where that's gonna be like a TV pay-per-view show. like
Yeah,
a
like a stacked
winter,
card.
yeah, like one of those winters coming or something like that. I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
that's where we'll see the next title defense.
That would
But
be
I thought it
awesome.
was
That'd be
so
awesome.
creative. The way they did the finish, it was something like only MJF. You were like, you're fucking kidding. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
fuck.
only he would do that.
Yeah, but it was an awesome match. Um, but yeah, Chris Statlander.
Oof. Yeah, for me, so here's the thing on that. I loved it.
Talk
I
about it.
loved it.
Talk about it.
So, like, the thing we were talking about the crowd before. Like, I texted you this too, and it was like the crowd for most of it. The matches are good. It was a great, match. At match standpoint, the whole pay per view was good in terms of that.
Yeah.
But the whole crowd was so dead. I thought I was watching Dynamite. I was
Yes.
like, it didn't feel like a pay per view to me. But
And
it
that
wasn't until that Chris Statlander moment to where the crowd started getting hyped. Even with the Fatal 4-Way, they started getting hyped then. Even for the Anarchy in the Arena, people were hyped then. But I was like, why did it take so long
it took
for
them
the
some
crowd to
time.
get like that?
I don't know, because if you watch the beginning of the show, they
Like,
were
it wasn't a
hyped.
bad show. It wasn't a
It
bad like.
wasn't.
It
And I see
wasn't.
people being like, "Yo, it's a D." Da 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 da. I'm like, I don't know if it's
The crowd
just
made it
your
seem like it wasn't.
opinion or if it's like you had the effect of the crowd fucking with you.
Yeah,
Cause my sister's boyfriend said that he was like, "Yo, I feel like I'm watching a horrible match, but this shit's lit, but the crowd is just not into it." So I don't know if people would just based off the crowd and just felt the same energy. It was like, "Yo, fuck this pay-per-view," or if that's just your opinion, because everybody has different opinions. But I
yeah,
was
yeah.
like, that sounded like a D for this pay-per-view. I think that's crazy.
Yeah, but it's for me, it's hard to even give it a grade because of that. Because it was a great match. Like I said, match standpoint, it was good, but like
Yeah,
people made it seem like it wasn't important. So
yeah.
I don't know how to feel.
I would give
But
it.
it
I would give it like
B,
a B minus.
yeah,
A
yeah.
B
I was thinking the
minus.
B
Yeah.
at most, B at most. I would say.
Yeah.
But like,
C, I could see like if you make some, you can make some arguments for C,
yeah, like there was
but
like the
D
women's
is crazy.
championship. The women's championship. It sucks that they had
I
to
think
take the title
Jamie's
off of
hurt. I
Katie.
think Jamie's
Yeah,
hurt.
she's hurt. That has to be the reason why
And
they
that's
had to
why she
take the
couldn't
title off
take
her.
like so much bumps and stuff.
Yeah, because
But we will. Yeah.
they made it
Go.
seem like they dragged her out to the ring to like to start off the match. And I was like, damn. When I saw that, I'm like, oh no, they're
That's
gonna
why I
give
knew they were
that.
taking it off. But
Yeah,
we'll get the big homecoming
at
at
Wembley.
Wembley.
I think
Her
this
and
is my
Tony.
prediction, and this is my prediction. I told you, I texted you this when it happened. I feel like Jade should be the one to
Yeah.
take it off of Tony at Wembley. That would be the perfect way to do it. You build up. You'll give Tony Storm a longer title reign than the first one. Jade's been. She should be in the women's world title picture now.
Yeah.
Now that she had the TBS championship off of her. She's been worthy of facing for the
Yeah.
women's world championship
And
for a
also
while.
shout out Jade, bro. Jade
Exactly.
and
Shout
Taya,
out.
because that was a great match. It
It
was
was.
short, but it was a good match.
And it was. I was surprised when they had. Like I had a feeling Chris Allen was going to return anyways, but I wasn't expecting her to have the match right then and
Yeah,
there.
I knew something had to happen because when I saw Jamie was going first, I was like, something's got to be happening in the Jade match. Whether
Yeah.
she's losing or somebody's coming out after.
Yeah.
Which we also talked about this girl who just
Yeah.
left Impact.
Jordan Grace.
Yeah, so we
Jordan
were
Grace,
like,
because
I
it was
remember.
actually 2 days before she became a free agent, and I'm like,
Yeah,
could it be that she's making her debut?
but
Because
I'm
for a
so
while
down
we
with
didn't.
Statlander though.
Yeah, I fuck with Statlander returning, but it was like for a while, like a lot of fans didn't really know if she was going to return or not.
Yeah,
We didn't know if she was going to be 100% healthy. The only people that really knew that, like the doctors, Tony Khan, and obviously Chris Statlander herself. But we didn't really know. We weren't sure if she was going to return. So I
yeah,
thought like maybe if she wasn't 100% healthy, maybe Jordan Grace would have been the next best opponent for Jade,
yeah,
because that makes sense. That'd give her more competition. And until Chris Statlander came back, but she did, and she won it the same night, which is pretty
yeah.
cool.
I think Jade's taking a break for a little bit.
That's what I'm thinking too. I was
I
like,
think she's gonna take a break for a little bit.
yeah.
Not crazy long.
I hope not. I would say like a month.
Uh,
I would say like a month, maybe.
I think we see her at Collision. I think we start seeing her at Collision.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. That's the easier schedule for her, probably. It's only work Saturdays, not during the week.
Nah, just because right now she don't have a title, right?
Yeah.
I think the TBS title's gonna just be moved to Collision. I think they're gonna like focus, like not move it like only it shows up on Collision, but that's where
Yeah.
most of the storyline is gonna take place.
Yeah, I wonder how they're gonna do that for
I'm so
Collision.
interested in how they're gonna
Yeah,
do that. I
like what titles are
can't.
only gonna be on Collision? What are gonna be on Dynamite?
Yeah, I can't wait for that.
Yeah, same.
But yeah, shout out J Man. Yo, also shout out homie Brian Myers. Got 2 champs in AEW right now, Statlander and MJF. Shout out him, man.
Exactly. Yeah.
What a trainer. Him and
What a
Pat
trainer.
Buck. Shout out
Now,
Creator
now, now
Bro.
we need Mark Quinn to return so we can have Private Party on Tag Champs.
Oh
Finally,
yeah, shout out
House of Glory.
HOG, man. Yeah, shout out HOG.
Yeah. But the thing to answer your question earlier, I think Anarchy in the Arena was the match of the night for me. That's the one I enjoyed the most out of all of them because it was hard to pick one. You know, because I enjoyed the Fatal 4-Way Pillars match. I enjoyed the ladder one.
The matches were dope.
Yeah, but like I think the Anarchy
night.
in the Arena was like the funnest between all of them because they were going in.
Yeah.
But the thing that confused me about it too was the ending. Like
Wow.
I like how Takeshita turned, you know, Yuta got the pin on Omega, which is big. But then you also have like when it ended, they were all like standing in the ring, like just cheering for a while, and it was like,
Takeshita was in the back too. He wasn't lined up with.
Yeah, so like I don't know if he was gonna join Blackpool or someone gonna wait to come out. If people were like looking, even saw in the audience, people were looking around like, what's gonna happen? Is someone gonna come out? Why are they all just standing in the ring?
I thought something was happening.
Yeah, so I was like waiting, but then nothing happened. So I'm like, maybe they're waiting for a different platform or moment to have someone debut like a Ibushi or something.
What platform would you want to have somebody debut for the first time?
Forbidden Door.
Collision, baby.
Yeah, but if you want it for that match, though, I mean, I know you said CM Punk the other day. You told me.
Yo, I thought CM Punk was gonna show up.
That it makes like it would have been cool, yeah, but like it wouldn't have made sense for me because I think this is all leading for.
Why? All the guys he got beef with in that ring.
Yeah, but if he has to be a part of Blood and Guts, he's not going to want to be partners with the Elite.
Oh no, it would have not led to that.
That's what I think it's going to lead to, though. That's why I didn't think CM Punk was going to return.
Probably, we'll probably get that match.
Yeah, that's why I think Collision is probably going to be the best night for him to debut. It's in Chicago. I mean, it's pretty much given to us that he's returning there. That's already the first clue.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Yeah, I think it's cool. Again, that I think the main event was the match tonight for me.
Yeah, I think it was still dope.
Cool. Everything was.
I hated the belt didn't end the show.
Yeah.
But I guess if someone else would have came out, like if what you talked about with Ibushi showing up,
yeah,
I would have been okay with it.
Me too.
But just that, and Yuta got the pin, I wanted to throw up. That was the last shot I saw on that pay-per-view, and I wanted to throw up.
Yeah.
I'd rather see MJF on the rim kissing the ring.
Exactly.
Holding up the belt.
The thing, too, was...
I guess since it was a surprise, they were like, yeah, we'll put it at the end.
Yeah. I guess because of the Takeshita moment, maybe. Maybe they did have plans to have Ibushi, but it's like, no, just wait till a different time, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
To me, though, the Battle Royal was like... It was good, but the ending between Swerve and Orange Cassidy was good, but like the other than that, I was like, I didn't
feel
really
like he's gotta lose that belt, bro.
That's what I thought too. In the prediction, when I did the prediction episode last week by myself, I said Orange Cassidy has to lose because it's like, I love his reign. He's been killing it,
bro,
but it's like
he's having a run that Wardlow should be having.
Yeah,
and I don't know what he did to deserve this run. Like, shout out to him. He's cool and all, but like, wow, they're like really behind this dude. And I still don't understand. Like, I get it, he's entertaining and stuff, but to be having a title run like this is crazy. Yeah. I think for him.
I mean, like for the terms of this battle royal, like I'm not a big fan of like defending titles in battle royals.
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of it. It was a cool idea, and then like it opened up the show. And it was just like a lot going on. They should have just did a ladder match between 6 dudes for the international.
Exactly.
Like that would have been fine with me.
And I even said it in the prediction episode. I was like, why didn't they have any surprises? Like, why weren't there any surprises in the match?
Oh, because it was the blackjack. It wasn't the casino battle royal. It was a blackjack. They told
Yeah,
you
but
right there. There's no Joker. There's no surprise.
there were still 21 people.
Yeah,
5, 5, 5, and 1. That's still the same concept as the casino battle royal.
yeah, but
Why
they
not
had
do the casino?
nobody. They had no surprise. Who
I
you
don't
gonna
know. I
put in
mean,
there?
just anybody that could have been a surprise. Like,
Yeah, but if you already know Cassidy's winning, like you don't want to put somebody in that position to surprise everyone and then get eliminated for no reason.
it doesn't have to be the biggest name in the world. Just at least someone that we're not expecting to show up. You know what I
I
mean?
guess, yeah.
Because you had Tony Nese and Ari Davari in it. Like, come on. Like, please. Like, if that's, I don't know. The ending was cool. I liked the interaction between Swerve and Orange Cassidy, but it was like the match itself was like, could have kept it on Dynamite last week or this
Yeah.
week.
Yeah. I
They
feel you
should have
on
had the
that.
6-man tag on the main card and had the Battle Royal in the pre-show. You know?
I like that match.
Yeah, that was a
From the
dope match.
buy-in,
Yeah.
that was a dope match. So a lot of people, so let's talk about this. So a lot of people shitting on Jeff Hardy.
Yeah, I saw that too.
What are your thoughts on it?
I mean, like, people are gonna make mistakes. I mean, you know what I
So
mean?
I don't think it was a mistake.
He thought he was hurt. He thought he was injured.
I think
Cause
he was
he,
just, if you look, right, if you look at the match and listen to the commentary, they keep talking about Jeff Hardy hasn't wrestled in a while. He's got ring rust. He's got this. He's got that. He's old. Then he goes for the twist of fate, messes up his leg, right? He's selling
yeah,
it, selling it. Decides to go up for the thing. If you look, both feet land on the top rope. Like, he gets both feet up there. He could have hit the move.
yeah,
He just fell to sell, I think, to sell the leg injury.
yeah.
That's what
Makes
I
sense.
think. It
Yeah.
did look like a scary ass fall. But if you look, the ref just stands back. The ref doesn't like run to him and rush to him. He lets the bump happen. I forgot who was underneath that, rolled over. Then he goes to Jeff's hand and then moves
Yeah.
away. So I think that was a planned spot.
Maybe, I don't know, because I didn't really focus too much detail on it, so I didn't really.
Because I
Notice
think
it.
when you fuck up, no, because I was arguing with my brother about it. That's why I was looking into it.
Okay.
When a fuck up happens, the ref runs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even like after the 4, he'll just like go over. But for homie to look at him, make sure gun was cool, and then went to him, I was like, that was a planned spot.
Probably, yeah. I think that's gonna tie into like something in the future, maybe.
It's tying into that the Hardys are getting older. It's gonna be a storyline.
Yeah.
And I think it's gonna be the Guns that are fighting them. It's gonna be like, get out of here! Like, we're the
Yeah.
young blood. Like,
we're
your
the
time
brothers
is
now,
over.
brothers
It's
and
my
brothers.
time. Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think it's gonna tie in. And I only saw that because I was listening to the commentary. It was like, oh, he's got ring rust. He's older. Da 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 da. And that's why. So it could have been a fuck up, but I think it was a planned spot
Yeah.
to lead up to shit like that. Like, the Hardys are old, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that conversation.
Yeah.
But I love the Hardys.
Me too.
Because
I loved
before
it.
that, he was killing it.
Oh yeah. You are.
And
Yeah.
then he messed up his leg. He had to sell the injury.
Yeah.
By the way, hold up. Let's talk about this real quick.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Because I was gonna bring something up too.
What are you going to bring up?
Aubrey Edwards.
No, shout out to that spot, though.
Yeah, that was a
Shout out
sick
to the
spot.
spot.
Yeah.
I was going to go back to Night of Champions real quick.
Okay. Okay.
I've noticed this for the last couple of weeks. Rollins has been pissing me off
For what reason?
when he wrestles. So, Rollins notoriously forgets not how to sell, but what to sell. So, remember he did the dive out to AJ, right?
Yeah.
And landed on his leg and was holding his leg.
Yeah.
Then got up, limped on the other leg, got in the ring and was holding the other leg. And I was like, homie, you just hit the move. Like,
Yeah.
it just happened. It's not like the move happened 20 minutes ago. It just happened 10 seconds
Yeah.
ago. How did you forget which leg to sell? Then AJ gets in, grabs the right leg, Not
Yeah.
I forgot what leg it was, but the right leg
The
that was
correct
supposed
one. The
to be
correct one.
injured.
Yeah.
Yes, the correct leg. And then all of a sudden now he starts selling that one. And he's been doing that for a while now. And it only was pointed out to me a couple weeks ago. Ever since then, I've been watching him on Raw, and he keeps doing the same shit, and it pisses me off because he does it constantly.
uh,
And I've never noticed it, and now it's like a pet peeve of mine
now
when
you
I
don't get me
watch him
looking at it
wrestle.
too. Fuck.
Watch, you're gonna go back and watch the match. You're gonna see that very spot, and he grabs the other leg. And I was like,
uh,
what are we doing, man? But I just found that funny when you were saying that. For some reason, that brought it into my
yeah.
mind.
But yeah. What else happened at Double or Nothing that was cool? Oh, I thought they were gonna announce the participants of the
No, yeah, it
Owen
was.
Hart Cup,
I thought so too.
but then they just had the whole award thing. Not award thing, but the ceremony, I guess. But I thought they should have announced at least the qualifying matches for it, so we know what to expect.
Yeah,
Because the tournament doesn't start till Forbidden Door weekend, which is less than a month from now. So they're gonna have
it's
to
right
announce the
there.
participants soon. Yeah, it's right there. So that's what I thought was gonna happen.
Yeah,
Um, again, like I hope Adam Cole and Britt Baker are still in it because again, we talked about this a while ago. Not a while ago, but a few episodes ago.
yeah,
They deserve to be in it. They won it last year. Why not have them again in this year? They don't
true.
have to win it again. Just be in it.
But also, they are in storylines this year.
Yeah, once that. I mean, they can
As
still be in
as
it.
on Dynamite, you'll see we will see Jericho and Saraya versus Britt and Cole. So we'll see what happens there, because that might just start snowfalling into a whole feud.
That match too, like that unsanctioned match was like it was
Let's
cool.
talk about it.
Yeah, it was
I don't
cool.
think it was a bad match. I think it
Yeah,
was an all right match. Was it any of their like highlight matches? No, but wasn't a bad match. Like I said, I think it was the finish that fucked it up for me personally. That finish was kind of weak, right? Like it
yeah,
was a bad finish, but it is what it is.
yeah.
I don't think it was a bad match per se though.
It was no. It was good. It was a great. I was expecting more from it, but again, like
Yeah,
that's just a me thing. I had
but
high,
like
high hopes
when
for
I
it.
saw who was in the match, I knew it wasn't gonna be nothing like
The
too
anarchy in the arena.
crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah, like Jericho's done taking those bumps,
yeah.
and Cole, you guys protect him. Homie just got back from injury.
Concussion. Yeah,
Yeah, so you can't really do anything too crazy with him.
yeah,
But I thought it was a cool match. I think it just the ending was just deflated it all. I
yeah,
was like, all right, that's what we're finishing with.
yeah.
Which I don't know. The
It was
stoppage of
I hope of the yeah of this
unsanctioned match. I
yeah.
don't
I
know
don't
about
think
that.
that's. It's just like I kind of hope that's the end of the feud between Cole and Jericho, at least up to the Wednesday, because it's like I don't know. I kind of want more from Cole, and that he should be in the tournament again, be in like different types of feuds. That way, we can see more from Adam Cole. I guess this is his first feud back. You want to have someone work with him safely, um,
Yeah,
to help put him
that's
over.
what it
But
is.
like,
Yeah,
so like you don't want to put him against like a new guy to where like I'm not saying anything bad about the new people, but like they could potentially accidentally get him injured again.
no, yeah,
You know,
that's true.
or someone that you probably don't want to put it right away.
Yeah,
That's why in the tournament we could build one by one. Not it's really like a long, feud with anybody, but like that could be like the start of the next feud for Medical, you know.
very true.
But yeah, I think that's the reason why they gave it to Jericho first to
And it
work
makes
safely.
sense. It makes sense.
Yeah,
I really think he could put on amazing matches with certain people,
yeah,
and I wanted those certain people to win the battle royal.
oh
I
yeah, yeah,
thought Ricky deserved to win it. I thought it would have
yeah,
been cool to see Jay White win it.
yeah. It
Um,
seems like FTR and Bullet Club Gold are not going to be competing now, which is pretty dope. The thing is though that I thought of is like I'm thinking that like it's gonna eventually lead to like a 6-person tag at Forbidden Door.
exactly. Yeah.
Ricky and FTR versus Bullet Club Gold, Juice, Jay, and somebody else. Because if you look at their new
Who would you
shirt,
bring? I don't know who you would
I
bring.
don't know either. But like if you look at their shirt, they have a AEW and on the bottom of the Bullet Club Gold it shows a AEW logo and New Japan logo. So
Really?
they're obviously tying in New Japan in this.
Okay.
So that's what I'm thinking. The first person that came to mind would probably be Phantasmo. Since I
Gotcha.
think he left Bullet Club, I guess like David Finley's Bullet Club. I think I don't really follow New Japan closely, but I think so.
Yeah.
But it makes sense to do it like that, I guess, so it could even the odds a little bit.
No, yeah, it makes sense. I
But yeah,
I
that.
could I could see the 3-on-3 happening.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. Me too.
Yeah, I'm
That would
not
be that
mad
would
at
be
that.
unless they do like a AEW tag team title opportunity with Bullet Club Gold, and
Yeah.
then Ricky versus the third person. But we don't know.
But you could bring anyone, to be honest.
Cause maybe
Cause
it could be
it
like a Hikuleo, because I know he's not really in Bullet Club, but he
yeah,
was.
yeah, but
But
he's the one that kicked out
Jay
Jay
White,
White
right?
from
Yeah,
Japan, from
yeah.
New
So that would.
Japan. Why
Yeah,
not
that'd make sense.
Kenta?
Ooh, bring over Kent. He's in the States, right?
Yeah, he's been on AEW TV before. It's not like a new introduction. It'll just be like, oh shit, he's back.
But it's probably gonna be like a New Japan person, anyways, because it's only gonna be for the pay per view and that's it.
Yeah,
So it's not like they're gonna introduce somebody permanently like a Jay White.
yeah.
So I wouldn't be mad if it was someone that that could be like a one off type person.
So
So
now
they
does
don't really
Bullet?
need to show them.
I was gonna say, does Bullet Club start to grow now? Now that they're black and gold, now that they have their own sub
Group, yeah,
group.
I
Yeah,
I, I guess so too, because that's what I was thinking. It was like if they, because I don't know, because you still have to continue the storyline between David Finley and Jay White because they still have beef. So
yeah,
it's like I don't know if it's technically like a different bullet. It's a subgroup, yeah, but it's like you still got beef between two leaders. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So it's like, where do you end that storyline? Who's the actual leader? Where is this going to be like a separate Bullet Club, like Bullet Club 2.0, or like
chill.
a subgroup? No,
The elite
the
all over again.
that's what I'm thinking. Maybe they're probably just eventually disband from that, like the Elite did,
Yeah,
because there was a Bullet Club Elite, there was a Bullet Club USA, there was a Bullet Club Japan. So I feel like at some point, Bullet Club Gold is going to disband and call it not called the Gold, but something Gold, to where it's like, okay, cool.
yeah.
Now we got them separated and not like a Bullet Club, they're their own thing. Even though, they're still part of it. They never got kicked out, but I don't know. I don't know what to think of this because it's cool, but like I want to see where it goes. Because it could, like you said, it could be just they could be Jay White versus David Finley. I don't know.
I'm
Just
down
confused.
with that. I'm
Because
super
I feel
down
like
with
that
that.
storyline has to finish. That storyline has to finish. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially after that promo last year. I always forget it was something the fall show they did in the fall. Forget what it's called, but the one that Mercedes Monet. No, it wasn't the beginning of this year, was it? The one that Mercedes Monet debuted at, or was it like
Wrestle Kingdom.
the one after that, where she won the belt?
Oh, fuck. Damn. Hold on.
I think it was that one where David Finley attacked Jay White. Because I know she won the belt against Kyrie, but I forgot the name of the show.
Damn, I can't think of it right now. Hold on. I'm looking it up. Hold up. Career matches. Let's see.
And
Battle
plus,
in the Valley.
Battle in the Valley, yes, Battle in the Valley. I think that's the one where he attacked Jay White, and it was like, okay, now we got to finish that story, right? You can't just like forget about that and be like, cool.
That is true, yeah.
Because like I said on the shirt, it says it shows both logos, so maybe they can go to New Japan, finish it there, come back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Why not?
Maybe. Yeah. Aussie Open, by the way, signed to AEW now. That's pretty
Yes,
cool.
sir.
It sucks that Davis is injured because now it's got to be Fletcher by himself for a bit. And does that mean Osprey is coming soon too, or is it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
Unless he wins the tournament to face Omega at Forbidden Door, maybe that could be something. Who knows?
Could be something. I know. Well, I already saw like reports like he's all elite for Wembley. Like he's signed.
Really?
No one said like what he's doing yet, but Osprey's gonna be at. He's gonna be at the show.
Oh, I didn't even see that. It
Yeah,
makes sense, but like
I'll
I
tell
didn't
you
see that.
right now. Hold on, let's see. I
It
forgot
makes sense
where I
though.
read that, and they were like, "Yeah, he's already like."
All elite, just keeping
Well,
it like a
that's
surprise.
what I've read.
Yeah,
You know what I
you don't
mean?
know if you
Who
trust it yet.
knows? Yeah, who knows what the fuck is true? And pro
Yeah.
wrestling. All these bloggers and shit. Um, yeah, it says Will Ospreay booked for AEW All In Wembley.
Wow.
He's expected to be on the card. He did express saying that would mean a lot to be on the show, even though he doesn't work there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it says Meltzer said he's currently factored into plans for the big show, and I think we'll see the start of it at Forbidden Door.
And if he wins the tournament, then he's gonna have to face Omega there. So that match is already happening. Unless they have like a rematch.
Nah,
Where it's like
you wanna hold that for All In if you're gonna do Kenny and Osprey, right? Unless you got something booked for Kenny already.
but then like the thing is if you give the match to Archer, right? For Forbidden Door, it's like you're not really going to the rules of Forbidden Door where it's AEW versus New Japan. Because if you're doing that, you're doing AEW versus AEW for a New Japan belt. But technically, it's like you're doing AEW versus AEW. If I want to see New Japan, give me an Osprey. That's the match you want to book for Forbidden Door because that's the rule that they've portrayed.
I mean, but you still
year.
had AEW versus AEW in the title match last year.
Yeah, I mean for the
it was a fatal 4-way. You had New Japan people in there.
Yeah, the only match that wasn't for the women's belt but they didn't really have any women's people involved until that match was announced. But again, this year, if you want for the IWGP United States Championship, put the New Japan guy in it, or maybe you have for Wembley United Empire versus the Elite. 6-man tag. Yeah,
that would be dope. I thought
or 8-man tag
and Omega
to you have
there. I thought that's where you do Omega and Osprey in Wembley.
Unless they do something to where like they pretend to fake an injury for Osprey so they can delay the match.
So you could, I don't know.
He won the tournament. He won it fair and square, and they give it to Archer for Forbidden Door, and then like at Wembley you get like the match that we were supposed to get at Forbidden Door at Wembley.
Because that place would go crazy.
Oh,
if they
for
get
sure.
That match.
For sure. 100% sure.
Yeah, that's gonna go crazy, that match. But we already know that.
Oh yeah, of course. Final thoughts on the weekend though. Final thoughts on both shows.
Always a good time when there's a lot of wrestling going on. I love it. Yeah. I love it. It was a lot happening, but I'm always down with it.
Same here. It was a great show for both nights.
I think both nights had very good shows. Of course, everybody's gonna have their own opinion, but I thought it was very good shows. All the storylines were moved further. Yeah. I don't think anybody really took a back track. Sometimes like storylines are getting built up, and then they just like hit a halt or they'll take a step back at a pay-per-view. I was like, why the fuck would you do that just to prolong this shit? You know what I mean? At least like the prolonging that's happened over the weekend has to do with the storyline. It's not like just prolonging it to prolong it. Like the Elite getting attacked, you know what I mean? Like getting cost a match that prolongs it, but in a good way. You're adding another factor into the storyline.
Exactly.
Jimmy turning on Roman. Now you have that storyline going, and what's gonna happen with the Usos. But yeah, man, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
I love
summer for wrestling.
Oh yeah, the summer, great start to the summer of wrestling for
Hell
sure.
Yeah.
I'm excited what's gonna happen for Forbidden Door, SummerSlam, Money in the Bank. That's getting me hyped for all those pay-per-views with storylines and stuff.
3:00 start time. 3:00
for Money in the Bank, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cause in Eastern time. Cause probably like 12 Western or Pacific time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So I guess we could wrap it up there.
Yeah.
That's been episode 120 of the Ring Fanatics podcast. I am Nick, your host. With me is my co-host Joel.
Yep.
And we will see you guys next time.
Catch you.